Hey guys, it is Sheknows, and I am so excited. I am bringing back to you and myself none other than a celebrity mom, an auntie to a celebrity that we know and love, and someone that is active in this community. She's an activist for Operation Underground Railroad, something that's dear near to our heart. And most importantly, she is a child of the Most High, God above. She is none other than the one and only Antoinette Byram. Welcome, sis.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello, fellow patriots. Praise God for you all.
Yes.
Thank you, my sister.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. How's it going? I see that today you're very, very busy. I see God got you in the land, in the highways and the byways, and you are right now currently assisting with Operation Underground Railroad, saving those babies. My hat off to you. I commend you. And I'm just so overtaken with just knowing someone that's connected to touching, reaching out, and being able to save our babies.
Yes, it is heartfelt that I'm able to participate, give my time, volunteer my time.
Yeah.
I've always been one for giving donations.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to donate money. It's hard and it's a sacrifice to donate time.
Yeah.
It's hard work mentally and emotionally. And I know a lot of people don't want to get involved that way,
right.
But it is much, much needed.
Yes.
God is calling us all.
Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Absolutely. So what can you shed any light on so far? You have any intel on? We already know that the babies are being saved. A majority of them are coming home and being filtered through the medical aid system where we're pumping life and breathing love into them. Is there anything that you're able to share with us at this point? I know we're at a crucial moment right now where we're rearing the end of this movie and some things are better left unsaid at the moment. Is there anything you can share with us?
Absolutely. One of the things that was discussed today, because I shared with the group that God has placed on my heart and my soul to start a foundation called the Hadassah House.
Ooh.
Hadassah is Queen Esther's real name.
Yes.
To open up a home to house and minister these children.
Beautiful.
What was discussed, the facilitator made a very good point, and she said she was so happy and honored that I shared that because that's what's going to be needed. A place to nurture and to help these victims heal.
Yes.
We have never been in a crossroad where we've had so many kids all being found at one time. What has happened over year after year and century after century, some of these people get captured, but they do not get the proper healing and nurturing that they need.
Right.
So which causes them to go out and become predators. So they're praised at one time, they're preyed upon at one time, and because they're not nurtured or healed properly,
they become
predators.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's that. There's going to be a great work that needs to be done after the initial process of them being rescued and then getting the medical attention that they're getting now, because they're getting a lot of medical attention.
Yeah.
But next becomes the healing mentally as well as physically and emotionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to be a huge project that will need to be facilitated all over the world. All over the world.
Yes.
and the main thing is to show them love, compassionate, and the fact that they're wanted.
Yes.
That somebody cares for them.
Yes.
So yeah, that's going to be. Also, the movie should be coming out maybe early November, and the movie from Tim Ballard is The Sound of Freedom.
Oh.
With Jim Caviezel. Jim Caviezel is the guy that played Christ in The Passion of Christ.
Yes, yes. So, awesome.
Prayerfully, that movie will come out, and that, because the key is to give people awareness, to give them just information, so that it won't be the elephant in the room anymore. We can have healthy, strong conversations on what's going on, and how people can help.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my hat is off to you. I salute you. I'm sure all the patriots all around the world salute you for what you're doing. So going forward, we're rearing this end of the movie. As I said, I'm excited. I share with you, you share with me. We're both excited because we know and we trust in God, and we believe in God on what is said to the end of this movie. What kind of intel do you have for us today? Anything that you want to shed light?
Yes, I do. Someone called me the other day, and they wanted to know, how should we be prepared or preparing for the darkness that we're going to have to deal with in order to get over this storm. So as we're in the storm, we really need to understand that we need a lot of preparing mentally as well as the things physical. So in my conversation with this person, God brought something to my heart, and so we all watched, the whole world, I know the United States did, watch the people during Katrina.
Yeah.
And what God brought to my attention is that we all watched that, so we saw the horror. We saw the horrific things that these people had to endure.
Yeah.
We heard and saw what happened to people in the dome, the fact that people were being raped.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm saying that to say is that we saw something in our lifetime that was so horrific that we thought and hoped and prayed that we would never have to go through.
Right.
But the truth be told, and the reality of it is, we may have to go through something like that again, and we need to be prepared for it. And the end of the moral of my story for even bringing that up is that a lot of those people survived that horrific ordeal. They survived.
Yes, they did.
So that's the moral of the story, is that we watch those people, cry out for help and, needing a boat to rescue them off of the buildings. And then another story came to mind is that just listen to some of the stuff that's going on financially. We got to go back and research the Great Depression.
Yeah.
And what those people went through in order to prepare ourselves.
Yeah.
And third and most important, what God brought to my attention, because everybody is questioning, when is the Nasaris is going to happen? But God brought to my attention that more so than worrying and trying to understand when that's going to happen, God is going to take us to a place where we solely depend on Him.
Yes.
So it has to be a global thing that has to happen, so that we understand is that our hope lies in God, and we have to wholeheartedly depend on Him through whatever trial, tribulation, through this storm.
That's right.
That's going to be tumultuous.
Yes.
But it has to happen.
Yes.
Because water cleanse. It's cleansing.
Yes.
So, but it's also going to be tumultuous. And it's going to be a trial and tribulation.
Yes.
But we got to know our hope lies in God.
Yes.
And we have not seen the worst of it yet.
Correct.
We will, but we have to be prepared and not be scared.
That's right.
Not fear. We just have to wholeheartedly trust in the Lord right
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that brings me to John 8 and 32, I believe it is, where he says, you need to get the truth and it'll set you free. Free also,
now.
AKA, is your peace within.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we need to get some understanding, start researching, as you pointed out, certain things to look up and certain things to watch.
Yes.
That will give you understanding. That will give you your freedom of peace. So when you're
Yes.
going through this hard time, this storm, as you said, sis, you won't be afraid. You'll say, they got through it. God is holding my
Yes.
hand, and I'm a rock with this boat. I'm a roll with this boat, but I'm gonna make it through this storm. So
Yes.
that was a
Yes.
good point right
Absolutely. Absolutely. We we don't understand our power and our strength
there.
until we're hit with something.
Yes.
It's like I remember the analogy of being in a car accident, and they said the reason why you maybe get injured is because you tense up, which is your body going into a protective mode.
Yeah. Yep.
That's important.
Yeah.
To know that we have everything we need to be protected. That's mentally, right. Physically, and emotionally.
That's right. So true. So true. Absolutely. So can you tell us anything about, you have any and I'm sure you do. I don't know if you can share it, but you have any intel on Nasara Gassara?
I know that it's already in effect, but I believe it won't be unleashed or inactive until President Trump is back in office. Well, back at the White House publicly. Right. Because we know he's still our president. Right. There's a shadow government. We must know and understand that there is a shadow government. Yes. We have two presidents. Once Biden is taken out of his role office, then that's when Nassars and Gassars will be activated. It's already here. Yes. It's just not been exposed or acknowledged to the public just yet. That's correct. And rightfully so, our duly elected president should be the one to announce that. Well, it's coming. It's coming, and I like the word that you use. You said exposed. That means brandished in front of you, exposed. And that's it in a nutshell. It's already here. It's already in the accounts. It's already ready to go. All they need to do is push that button or pick up the phone and say, brandish it, however they choose to do it. But that is so correct. What can you share with it? And I know that I appreciate your time. You're very busy. Like, you just literally left the Operation Underground Railroad appointment, or whatever you call it, today. You literally just left that, and now you're rearing your next appointment, interview, what have you, and you took the time out to bring yourself on this little channel and just share with us. So I appreciate it. I know you pressed for time. So if it's all right with you, I'm going to ask you a few more questions and then see if some of our patriots have a few questions that they might want to ask you. My question to you is, since you alone have been going through this, and I don't mean alone, I mean speaking individually to you, going through this, and you and I, we share stuff all the time, but for the people to hear, what is your main source? Because you're seeing what we see. You're seeing the gorgeous dams getting taken down. You're seeing the people. You're seeing people getting stabbed and killed and shot. You're seeing, all of what we're seeing, you're seeing. What is your go-to for you to handle this, for you to intake it and say, okay, be still, emotions, don't get upset, don't be afraid? What's your go-to? So my go-to is the fact that I do a lot of research and I come across a lot of different information. My number one goal is for prayer, that God give me the discernment to know what's true. Yes. And when I do that, I have peace. It's like an automatic. Because I've already prayed, God, give me the truth and the wisdom and the knowledge of everything that's going on. And then that comes with an automatic, just the peace that surpasses no understanding.
That's right.
So I do a lot of, I see a lot of different posts. And when I see those posts, be it Instagram or things on YouTube, I start to research any video or anything that I see. I start to research. Like, I'm getting ready to research a lot about South Africa. There's a lot today that was discussed at the Operation Underground Railroad.
Because that's where a lot of our babies be at.
Yes. How many of the African countries and the people of melanated skin that are being trafficked, harvest, and so all of that. So I'm going to start to dive a little bit deeper into that to have my understanding, and that way I can talk about that information, because we need to know what's going on globally.
That's right.
Because it affects us all.
That's right.
Even in our, in our small box or, containment of people, it all affects us. So, that whatever information I get, I pray on it. Yeah. God, is this true? Is this wisdom? What do you want me to do with it?
Yeah.
So,
yes. Awesome. Is there anything else? And after this, I'm going to go ahead and, guys, make sure you prepare your questions right now. And please, Antoinette, let me know when your time is nearing down. Is there anything else you want to share with us? You have a wealth full of knowledge, guys. If you probably might be familiar with her on Instagram. Ask her name, Antoinette Byram. She pumps out daily wealth full of information, and it's there for you to read the little clips and videos that she show, and for you to go do your own research. But it is so informative. It is so profound. I be in awe when I see it. So is there anything else you can share with us right now at this moment?
Yes, absolutely. One thing I want to share with the Patriots and everybody: take the mask off. Take them off. Amen. Completely. I get so annoyed and irritated everywhere I go. The masks are masked up. Masks do not work. They're harming us. They're doing what the enemy wanted it to do.
Yeah.
It's a slow kill. Yeah. But nevertheless, it's going to eventually affect our lungs, our breathing, and we could have some long-term effect in the future that we don't even have to have. The masks don't work. And one of the things people don't understand, being compliant to the evilness keeps us all entangled or locked in this system.
I agree.
We gotta take off the mask.
Take them off. Take them off. And to add on what she said, as far as it's going to affect you long term. One simple thing, and I could speak about a whole 20 more things. Your liver being affected. What? Your liver? Yes. Your heart. The main thing is being affected. The oxygen that goes here for you to think, for you to breathe, for your blood to wishy-washy throughout your body is being affected. Why? Your CO2. We breathe in oxygen. Yeah. We have to, keyword, breathe out CO2. So when I see somebody, and my kids say, "Oh, Mom, you being extra." When I see somebody riding in the car, walking down the street, just with it on at all, why are you suppressing your CO2? God made our body for it to come out. It's just like us pooping. I don't know about you, but if I don't poop for a few days, my stomach starts getting tight and I get bloated and I get gas and it hurts. It has to come out. CO2 is just like carbon dioxide. It has to come out. So they purposely set this up for us to slowly demise ourselves, terminate ourselves, the capital K word, ourselves. So
Yes.
thank you for saying that. I can't say that and express that enough. As she said, please take the mask off. Speak
Yes.
up. Stand up
Yes.
for
Yes.
yourselves.
And if the stores don't allow you in without them,
Leave.
don't patronize them.
Don't patronize them. Oh, thank you for saying that. Don't be
Yes.
afraid. My mama need this medicine. Go somewhere else. Go
Yep.
somewhere else. They'll call your doctor. If they want to take you through the rigmarole, go through the rigmarole to have to call your doctor and say, listen, I lost my prescription. I ain't telling you to tell a little white lie, but I'm just saying, listen, I don't have my prescription. Can you call it in somewhere else? Oh, I can't make it to that one. Can you call? And they'll do it. They'll do it because they get paid for every prescription they write out. They get paid $1,500 for every jab they give you. Yes, they do. $1,500. So just imagine taking your whole family to get the jab. So thank you, Antoinette. That right there was amazing.
Yes. And I want to add another thing. I posted I posted a few diseases, a few things that we can catch, that we've been always able to catch them. We never had to wear a mask for those things. Just being around somebody with a cold, you're susceptible to catching it. But this fear that they have infringed upon the masses it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, so I see. Let me go back up because Brother Navir said something about the maybes. I think he was the first one that asked the question. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it, but I wanted to say. Oh, he said any information on the maybes.
Now, someone asked me the other day about the med beds. I know that they're coming. I do know that right now, all of the children that they have rescued are in them and are utilizing them. But one of the questions they asked, and I haven't researched it yet, but I'm going to, but my instincts, my gut feeling, they wanted to know if the med beds would be in the hospitals. So my immediate response to that was that I believe a lot of the hospitals are going to be taken down. Number one, they're compliant with sex trafficking, harvesting. Some of these hospitals have basements and underground.
Yes, they do.
Where they're doing evil things.
Yes. Yes.
Now, I did hear a conversation that symbolism will be their downfall. So anybody on this live, if you see any type of symbol that reference pedophilia, which is the butterfly, the heart, research those, look up
the
those
upside
symbols.
Down cross.
Yeah, and the snake.
The snake.
Yep. Any organization that has the snake, any hospital, the World Health Organization, all of them have snakes associated.
Yes, they do.
Anytime you see a snake as an emblem to represent something, that's an evil place.
Yes.
There's nothing good about having a snake nowhere.
That's right.
So, but back to the med beds. I don't know exactly when they're going to roll out. I know that they're under the SARS umbrella. So again, once it's acknowledged publicly to the world that the SARS and SARS have been activated, that's when the med beds will be filtrated.
And just to add on to that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
To add on that, I spoke to an intel over in Chicago that is connected with, let's just say, the background, foreground, and as far as the med beds, they literally said to me that the med beds for us, we will be using them last. We will be using them, but right now, the children that's being brought up from the domes and being saved, as you probably have heard this already, they are being used on those children and people, because remember, they're adults some celebrities that have been tortured and raped and used and pawned and all of that. One being the golf, what's the golf player? Tiger Woods. Um Yes, so they're here already, as Antoinette said. But as far as for us to jump on them right away, they're not going to be available to us until all those babies and everybody else that really needs it. As a matter of fact, Antoinette, didn't JFK Jr. say that? Because I was listening to him, and he definitely said that. He said these words right here. He said that the med beds is already there. They've been there, but they're for the children, and we won't be getting you. We will not be able to utilize them, get on them, or anything like that until they have first dibs at it, and then they're coming to us. So that came directly from the Vice President of the United States, John F. Kennedy Jr. So absolutely. Anybody else have any more questions? We're on a time crunch and we want to get in as much as we can. Mystery 509 says, EBS, any idea on the timeline? There's no timeline. But I'll let you Antoinette, if you want to go ahead and
I'm telling anybody and everybody, it will all come to a head before December 31st, 2021. So between now and then, anything, the EBS can be initiated, the rolling blackouts can be initiated, the media could be taken down.
Because it's slowly happening now, but we don't know it. Because we in our brains, when your mama say go to bed, lights out, they turn the lights out, everything is dark. That's not how it's going down. You can't shut the whole world down at one time. You can't. Then how they gonna see to do what they gotta do? So it's not happening like that. That's why England has been blacked out. Nobody's talking about that. India. Yeah. So don't look at, even the Bible says that don't look at the time. We've been telling y'all for a long, long time. Please don't get caught up on the time and dates, because it's just like you do something in school and they call your mom at work and your mom keep using these illustrations because they work for it. They call your mama and your mama say, "Can I speak to my child?" And they say, "Navir, when I get home, Navir, I'm gonna whoop your butt." But you anticipate mom gonna tear you up because you know she's gonna tear you up anyway. But when mama get home, mama tired. So you don't get that butt whooping until the next time you do something. Am I right, sis?
Absolutely.
So something has to happen. I did a video and I said nothing happens until an event happens. Something has to happen for each step to fall in place for dominoes. So yeah.
But I know once the phones and the media go down, then that's when you guys will know. Then everything is coming out at that point.
Yes.
So I don't know a date.
Yes.
But that will be the next major event.
Yes. And Mystery 509 says thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Let me see. Anybody else? Come on, y'all. Ask y'all questions. Y'all be having a whole lot of questions. Ask y'all questions. Okay, so Navir Colbert says, any information on John Durham indictment? Sis, you want to take that?
The John Durham. Now, if you guys are not on Telegram, get on Telegram and follow him. His report is probably will come out right after the media is taken down.
But it's massive. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So, guys, you hear her. Go on Instagram, follow him. It's imperative that you do if you want to stay up in the know. He's one of the big booms. He's like he's the big boom. That's why you keep hearing his name so much. So when you keep hearing somebody's name, they are, I don't want to call him a pawn, but a pawn. You know. So and Navir Cobra says thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Come on, y'all, with the questions. Come on. Any info? Navir Cobalt says, any info on arrest? I know that Cuomo was convicted.
Yes. Now, the thing with the arrest, a lot of them have already been arrested. Some may have been arrested and then haven't served their trial or tribunal.
Right.
I listened to a podcast last night, and they was talking about the governor of Arizona is gone. They haven't seen the governor in the past few weeks.
Yes.
So, just because, and those are some things that we should be researching if we really want to know the truth.
Yeah.
Even make a phone call. Like, for example, we know the IRS has been taken down.
Yes.
But a lot of people are like, no, it has. Try calling the IRS. Try calling some of these places see if you get a response.
Very good.
So do some investigative journalism.
That's right. That's all you have to do. Make that call.
Make that call. And if you live in the area of some of these places, take a ride down to see. The FBI. The FBI in DC, they say been empty.
Shut down. Yep. It's done.
So
yep. And to my understanding, I believe that one side of the windows are boarded up.
Yeah, exactly. They are.
Yeah. So, and to add to the Cuomo, his tribunal was September 25th, I believe, 22nd or the 25th that just passed of September. And so that was his tribunal. So if the information isn't out there yet, if you're not hearing it from your favorite YouTube channels that you like to listen to, then it's not posted yet. But you can find it because the actual tribunal date has been posted. And that's how I know it. So,
exactly.
Yeah. So you just research. All you got to do, one of the ways that you do is process of elimination. And you just, if somebody put something on TV and, oh, well, this person killed this person because of a mask. You can distinguish the difference between if that's a ploy that the Black Hats has put up or if it's really, really real. All you got to do is see who reporting it. Once you find out, first of all, when I find out who's reporting it, I skip right past it. Oh, that's false. That's the Black Hats.
Right.
So, yeah. Tammy Perry says, when are they going to stop the jabs? See, that's not us. That's exactly. Like that's like one lady said, oh my God, Trump needed to tell people not to take it. That's not his job. It's really not his job.
It's not. He did tell people that they didn't have to take it.
In so many different ways. Yeah. It's so many different ways, but stopping the jab is not as you think. It's not like president get up there and he say, I mandate this to happen to them. Remember, this man is from God. He's going to do everything by protocol. He's going to do everything by policy and procedure. He's going to follow every book there is. And then when they still don't stop, they get in the rise of God. Period. Am I right, sis?
Let me add to that.
Okay.
People, you guys have to understand that we finally have a leader that does not and will not ever be a dictator. So
or compromise.
So it's not about stopping the jab. It's people need to, because if you want to, then you take it. If you don't want to, then you don't take it.
Amen.
It's real simple. So it's not about him or anybody else. You just use your own judgment.
That's right.
Investigate.
That's right.
We don't need nobody to tell us. We don't need nobody to tell
us
what
to take and when to take it and when to wake up and when to sleep. You don't.
Exactly.
So Trump is not a
that type of thinking.
Exactly, and Trump is not a dictator. Never been.
Exactly.
That looks
So,
bad.
no, they ain't gotta stop it. We gotta stop.
That's right. You gotta, and he waiting for us to wake up. He waiting for us to say stop.
Exactly.
Yeah. I seen somebody else's question. Let me see. Da, 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 da. Did I pass it? Okay, so a pet tune says, how are you going to communicate during this coming blackout? I can answer that if you want me to, sis. And if
Yeah, go ahead. And
well, we've all been sharing with each other Signal, SIGNALS.
Yep.
Go, it's a square blue box and it has a perforated white circle. Go on that. Get familiar with it, download it, get familiar with it, and then reach out and give it to your family and your friends, and then see if they log back on. If they log on and connect with you, like Antoinette and I, we can talk to each other on it now. So that was I'll say implemented by the white hats, by the military, for the world, for America, to be able to communicate with one another while in this blackout. Am I right, sis?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I would also add, get a landline.
Yes.
Because the landlines, I don't think anything can, stop that from being able to communicate.
Right. Right.
And I think that's why they sold us on this technology.
Yeah.
Because those, that
pretty much. That was to keep us asleep while they do what they do.
That was so that they could have access to us, because they can't have access. Now they can tap in and listen to our calls, but we knew when they were doing that, because whenever we heard the phone clicking.
Exactly, right? Back in the 80s, child.
Yes.
Let's see if we should take ourselves to take the bond in or wait. Okay, Mystery 509. She said, I looked up my birth certificate and Social Security. Any info on if we should try ourselves to take the bonds in or wait? What do you mean when you say take the bonds in?
Well, some of the people, there was people saying you could take it to the bank, and then the bank would. But we gotta wait on the exemption.
Sorry, that's right. That's right. I'm waiting for a specific reason too. I'm personally waiting, so that it makes sense to wait. Period. It makes sense to definitely wait. Let's see, anybody else? Thank you, at Pet Tom. I hope I'm saying it right. She said, "Love this show." Anybody else, guys? Come on, I know y'all have questions, and I know how you feel, because I was going to be speaking to a dignitary or, speaking to them, and I was trying to think of and I have 1,000 questions, but I couldn't think of any while I was on the spot. I couldn't, so I get it. Let me see. That's what I thought. I have a landline. Still internet protocol. Let me see. Nobody. Let me see. Yes. Gitmo, Diego Garcia, and Del Fugo is some of the Gitmo prisons. Navir. Yep. Very good. He doing his homework, honey.
Good.
He doing his homework. I know. Okay, so we said that one. Did I miss anybody? Let me see. Barbara Foster says mainstream needs to be taken down too. It is being taken down, but remember, they're not just gonna be like zap, zap, zap. Then there's no movie, there's no information, there's no crime to the rhyme, if you will. When we was growing up, that's what we used to say. There's no crime to the rhyme. Everything is not like we normally used to reality, like turn the lights out, lights go out. That's not how it's working. Remember, we got a 5-dimensional, probably 6, president, and if they working with him, trust me, they thinking 5-dimensional as well. They're being taught 5-dimensional. So that special ops, what's going on, is 5-dimensional. They're not on our normal atmosphere, emotions. Like if you never had your mom raise you, and somebody else raised you for all these years, and but you still love that mom, and you supposed to, but that mom don't pay you no mind, but you just keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. That's what we taught inside. They're not operating on that. They don't have time for that. They don't have time for you crying. They don't have time for you saying, wait, I didn't mean to rape them kids. I didn't mean to rip that kid, little girl's skin off and rape her. They don't have time for that. It's a boom, bada bang. You know, they wash their hands. So they on a whole different level, and they very calculated, and I love it because I am too. They deep. They thinking. They thinking for me and you, as my mother used to say when I first learned how to drive. She said, when you get in that car, you don't drive for yourself. You drive for everybody else. They're driving for everybody all over this world. They thinking of, what if the lights go out and this lady is on a tracheotomy? What if this person is in a power bed and the bed pumps her medicine to them every day? You know, they thinking all over. So they just can't do lights out. They just can't do television off. They just can't do mainstream media. Would they want to? Would they love to? Trust me. Nobody more than President Trump would love to snatch it from them and tell them to go sit down. Trust me. But it's all a plan, and it has to work out to the Lord's approval, and it has to be perfected and profound. So y'all be patient and don't think, as the Bible says, think on these things. Don't go thinking on the way we used to thought. That's the carnal. We got to be spiritual. We got to think spiritually. What was God doing when he made this person, my neighbor, move? That was a drug dealer, had money coming in, the yang wall, the name brands and all that. And I even said, and I prayed for the Lord to move this person. And then I thought, child, she ain't gonna move. She can afford to live there. But that's not what God see, and that ain't how he worked. And that's not how he working through President Trump. So be patient, y'all. Get on your spiritual mentality. Go there and trust God, because he's the one doing this thing. It ain't got nothing to do with none of us. Anybody else have any? Yeah, absolutely. Anybody have any other questions? Let's see. Mr. B509 says, how can I implement myself into humanitarian project to get started ahead of time? Since you want to take that, since you
go to your local, whatever is in your community, touch on that. The Operation Underground Railroad, Google that, go to their website and see if they're there, if that's something. But whatever your passion, whatever God has put on your heart to do, if it's working with homeless, start in your local neighborhood. See what type of organizations that they have.
And it's a lot.
Don't just go with that organization. Research that organization to make sure it's a legitimate, God mandated organization to really help. So whatever your passion is and how you want to help men, women, children, whatever, look in the local. But first, start with the underground, because I know that they're all over right now.
Yes,
they have places all over.
Yeah, very good. Now, I think this is a question. Apet Toom says, Nasera Gasera, any good? So I'm not. I'm going to ask this question, Pat. Are you Canada or United States? Are you UK, because trust me, it's all good. Since you want to take that.
Yeah, the SARS is for the United States, and the SARS is for all of the other
countries, like Canada, UK, etc. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it's basically, and I don't want to vouch this up because I'm still learning it myself. But let's just say you'll be blessed for the rest of your life. Okay, it's a system where nobody can steal from you. It's a system where if we had one elite that crawled up out of the ground and wanted to try to do what they have been doing to us for years, they couldn't do it. Matter of fact, our Space Force would be watching them. Y'all look up Space Force. Our Space Force would be watching them.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and look it up. SARS has been around since President Kennedy.
Yes. Yes.
You guys need to educate yourself.
Yes.
On what it is, because it's been around. They just kept it from us.
Yes.
But they can never ever keep it from us again.
Never.
The word of God says, "My people perish
for a lack of knowledge." That's what's that? Philippians. It's the book of Philippians, child. I have where did I see it at? I just seen a question. Navir Colbert says, any information on free energy and Project Starlink? Good question.
All of that is under NASAR.
All of it is under NASAR. Very good.
Yep.
So because President Trump got this right here going on, he didn't say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna wash the clothes tomorrow, and then next week I'm gonna go get a new bank account, and then maybe I'll go get a new car." No, he lined all of that up straight away and then ushered it in. So we're set. We're just waiting for everything to fall into place. And I'm told, and I'm gonna put this out there, don't gravitate and hold on to it like it's their life. But October 15th, it's
tomorrow.
Yes.
Somebody else just called me with that date too.
Okay. It's a possibility. I'll say that because if an event does not happen, then that does not go into play, because this has to happen for this to take place. It's just the way it is. So I put out October 15th for Gasara to kick in. And I also had someone in somewhere else in a faraway land that had received. Remember, I told you, sis, received funds. Two people and one.
Well, they did because they were trying it out. They wanted to. Right. It was like a test.
Right.
So, yeah, but it was actual.
Right.
It was real.
Right. It was real. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and one person received a lot and another person received a lot, but one received a little more than the other. And that's because Navir is not me and I'm not Antoinette. I'm not the same age as her, right? I don't live where she live at. So all of that, you know what I mean? Somebody else.
And I believe I don't know this to be other than my instincts and my discernment. People got to understand that there was land. There were things stolen from certain families.
Yes. Yes.
So that will be replenished back to them. You know?
Yes.
There were people, like I remember reading and researching a story about this family who owns New York, and then the elites got them to sell it for like $35.
And yes, y'all. Please do research. Do y'all hear what the sister's saying? Just like Strawbridges and Clothing. Y'all know y'all familiar with Strawbridges and Clothing. They did the same thing to them. They got them to sell it.
Yeah.
So true. Now I seen somebody say something. Let me see.
I'm pulling into
Energy.
the garage too, sis.
Okay, so you got time for this one last, or you want to end it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Barbara Foster is asking about debt forgiveness. I'll say a little bit and then let you take the floor. So debt forgiveness is definitely going to be taking place. Mortgage forgiveness definitely going to be taking place. We're going to have free energy. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Take it away, sis.
Yes. Some people have started to see their student loans disappear.
My son.
Yeah, that started actually
last year. Yes.
Last year.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So
yes.
And I believe some people car notes have been taken care of also.
Yes.
So yeah, it's they were rolling it out slowly but surely.
Yes.
Because like I said, a lot of it was testing just to make sure. So
now they're asking if Mary Beds is free. I don't believe that they're charging us for Mary Beds because they know that some of us, well, all of us, have been harmed in some shape, form, or fashion from everything they've been doing to us, like pumping out all these prescriptions for us to go get, and we still hopping. So
right.
I don't believe that there, and I will definitely confirm that, but I'm almost sure that the med beds will not be a charge. Why would they charge us for that? I don't believe they would charge us. What you think, sis?
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. And I heard someone say that, and the only people I talk to is somebody that got some of this in my intel, which is people that's higher up. And I heard it somewhere, and I almost want to say JFK Jr. said it. There's no charge for it. But sis, you already at your destination?
Yes, I am, and I'm trying to get in this parking lot.
Okay.
But yes, I'm here.
Well, we appreciate you for stopping by, and you
You're
continue
welcome.
to do what you do. God has his hand all over you, and thank you for being a part of saving our children.
I'm trying to get a ticket because I'm going to Reliant. It's not giving me a ticket. Yes. All right, sis. Thank you. Love you guys.
All right. Thanks, sis.
Be strong, patriots. All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Love you. All right, guys. Keeping curses from us, poisoning our food. Yep. So this was amazing. One of her, she's literally, if you see the picture, she was literally at the Operation Underground Railroad event. I don't know if you call it an event. I'm not sure what you call it, but when are they going to stop? Oh, I read that one already. Okay, so that sums up everything, y'all. I'm glad y'all showed up to ask your questions, and y'all already know the answers, but sometimes it just make you feel a little more greater inside to hear somebody else concur with what you, have researched and what you heard and what you know. It always make you feel a little bit better. You rest a little more easier knowing that, okay, this is definitely a go. So I appreciate everybody showing up, and look for the next one. I'm trying to get Miss C on here. She's so busy. She's just been with Robert. I probably shouldn't say this, but Robert Davis, still no, he is not dead. Riding on a bus with him, traveling all over the place. Mrs. C, if y'all remember her. No, chemtrails is still not going on. What we seeing up there, I'm trying to get someone to give me an answer on. I believe, and I heard, but I can't confirm as of yet, Brother John, that the little tiny little jets that we see and they leaving these white lines, I believe, can't confirm it as of yet, but I will, trust me. I believe that they are spraying down or sprinkling down or shooting down, however you want to say it, hydrochloroquine, cleaning us up. I believe that I that somewhere. So I'm looking into it. Yeah, Barbara said she's seen the white lines. Yep. And you could tell the difference between the bad people, because the bad people, they plane used to go fast. It used to be like, ours is going slow. Like, let me get you. You could barely even see it. It's going real slow. So, prayerfully, that is what it is. Prayerfully, that is what it is, and I believe that's what it is. I'm grateful to God. President Trump is covering everything, honey, and he said he will leave no stone unturned, honey. So, um, rest assured that we're good. We're good. We're good. We don't have nothing to worry about. The best thing we should be doing every day of our lives anyway is praying, asking God to show me, asking God to send someone that can partake in this, implement in my life, someone that can pour into my life, send someone where anything that you need, ask God to send somebody. And don't just say, God, send somebody. You better pray the right thing, because God will be like, okay, you just want somebody to send a crazy person, a robber, annoying person. Pray and ask God, and He will do it. You're welcome, Mike Hain. You're welcome, Mary Beth. God bless you, brother John. Thank you. God bless you, Monday Rock. Thank you, Paige, Edmund, Best, for the hearts. Beautiful hearts. Any news on the voter fraud or artists? I know it was a sting, but will it be announced like these certified thoughts? Yes, it will be announced. And if you hear, hey baby, come in. What's wrong? I'm on live. So I'll come to you. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. There's trouble in the land. Y'all pray. I want y'all, everybody to know the word of prayer. I want you to pray right now, even now, for a young lady by the name of Michelle. Please pray for her. You don't have to know what's wrong with her. That's one thing that we, being sisters and brothers, you don't have to know what's wrong. Just come shoulder. Okay? So say a prayer for her, please, y'all. Somebody else is worse off than you. I say it all the time. I'm going to get on off of here because the little baby came on behalf of her mother. Thank you, Navia, for all the hearts. I need them right now even more. 1, 2, 3. You better go ahead with the 17 hearts. Thank you, Barbara, for the hearts. Hey, Regina White. She said, you are so full of info. God bless you. Love you. I love you too. When is the blackout going to happen? I want to start popping some popcorn already. You should be popping some popcorn. Child, you should be tired of popcorn. The movie's been going on, child. You should be like this. What's going to happen tomorrow? Oh, child, let me go to school. What's going to happen tomorrow? The blackout. Hey, Joski, love. Josie, I came to your page. You ain't even got no subscribers. The blackout is going to happen when an event happens. What is that? I can't share what event it is, but don't look for a date and time. The Bible says, be ye oh so ready. So just be ready and get your popcorn together, because we're going to all be hovered in the house together. And the only thing we're going to have is Signal. So make sure you download Signal so that we can reach out to each other. Navir, did you download it? because I know me and you was talking about last. Navia just left. We're gonna go off on this. Thank you, Barbara. She said hugs to you. Thank you, hugs right back. And thank you for those beautiful hearts. Um, Mary Beth. Um, we're gonna go off. Oh, the audit. Sorry, Barbara. Okay, so the audits. When the audits is a big major player of this. And what happens in the audits takes us to the next event. So when you heard them kept talking about the Arizona Artists, Maricopa, you're like, oh, all right, get on with it. No, they got to stay right there because they have to be somewhere within that Arizona and all the artists, and there has to be a number. And I know that sounds like what, but you would only understand if you was one of them special ops or if you was a fly on the wall in one of my powwows listening. Cause I'd be like, oh wow, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. But just rest assured it's coming. The good part is you're home, you're safe. You haven't taken the jab, hopefully. And God still got his hands on us. So just be patient, pray for everybody, and know that God is in the midst of this right now, every day, even now, every second, every moment, every hour. God is moving by his spirit, and he got the rods of guys, which is a real thing. It's a real thing. Look in the Bible. It's really going down. I sent some videos today showing y'all we had the observation planes up in the sky, y'all. We had the observation planes up in the sky, and there's a specific plane which I couldn't say, but President Trump was flying in it. Okay, maybe about 4 days ago. Uh, yeah, but y'all don't be worried. Thank you, Joski. He said, "May Jesus be with us all," and he definitely is. He definitely is. Amen. Thank you for that. So I'm going to get on off of here. And the last thing that I want to quote is what our brother Navir Colbert says. He said, "Be ye strong and steadfast in his might. Be ye still and know that he is God. Peace and blessings." Amen. Amen. All right, guys. So I'll talk to you the next time, Lord's will. You will see me. I'll be on here and I'll be alive and I'll be with you. Go in peace and know that God is just who he say he is. Trust him and believe him and stand on his word. He's got us. Love you.